Hi everyone, hope you're well. First of all, an update on the King Essentials video. We were planning to have it up last Sunday, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, have had to delay it to this coming Friday, i.e. the 24th. Thank you for your patience on that. Secondly, been very busy these past few months, but now my schedule has lightened up, and I've started streaming again over on Twitch, as you can see here. The link is in the description. So what I'm thinking of doing here on the YouTube channel is picking a few select sets from the stream, which I've also recorded in 1080p without the mic and webcam, and will upload them here along with some commentary. So at specific points of the match, I'll slow the footage down to explain why I made a certain decision that worked, or to point out my mistakes. I don't get to actually play Tekken anywhere near as much as I'd like to these days, and I find analyzing your matches with a fine-tooth comb is one of the most efficient ways to get better, and is especially useful if you find yourself stuck in a plateau. Please feel free to chime in with your own advice. I'd be really glad if the comment section was filled with constructive criticism, where we can all share our knowledge and passion for the game. Anyway, enough talk, on with the matches.
Round 1. Fight.
So at the beginning of the match, I simply backdash to try and get a sense of what kind of player my opponent is. And the first thing they do is a hop kick, which really sets the tone for the rest of the match. I punish mistakenly with a while standing 1-1, should have gone with a while standing 1-2 as it offers more damage and about the same frame advantage. Remember that one thing that sets Tekken apart from most other fighting games is that you can backdash while blocking, which makes movement a very strong option. Here I go for a peekaboo up forward 2, which is a very risky move to take, which Alisa can easily punish at -15. But since this player has been really offensive the entire round, I want them to prove to me that they know how to punish Steve, and they don't, which means going forward I can play more risky.
Round 2. Fight.
Amazingly shitty off-axis wall combo. So this was an incredibly weird choice from my opponent, considering this sweep doesn't even high crush. But it's a clear signal to me that this opponent loves to hop kick and sweep and generally press buttons when they're under pressure. This is now the second time I've been hit by the low in this 2-hit mid-low string. I really have no excuses not to be punishing this by now. After the tech roll, I do a random fully crouched down forward 2. Why did I do this? A really stupid decision that cost me the round.
Round 3. Fight.
The Alisa again goes for a hop kick at the beginning of the round. And technically my 13 frame down forward 1 should have beaten out the 15 frame hop kick, but things don't always go according to plan. Here I punish Alisa's 2-3-3 string with Steve's 1-1-2. However, since this player is quite fond of doing crazy bullshit, I don't press my advantage and instead back off to try and bait something bigger. In response, the Alisa fakes out a panic move, which I try to sidestep, into another panic move, which I try to float jab, but I make the mistake of doing 1-2 instead of just a 1. This is now the second time this Alisa has punished me for trying to hit her grounded with her fly stance, so maybe next time I should use a down forward 1 for a float. Just want to point out that seeing a cyborg schoolgirl rugby tackling a boxer in an industrial plant isn't something you see every day. In hindsight, this was pretty dumb of me and I was lucky not to get hit. This player frequently does evasive panic moves, so after applying a bit of pressure, I go mid to keep them honest.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
After applying pressure, this time I go for Steve's right sway, which tends to avoid a lot of typical panic moves like down jabs and hop kicks. Anticipating retaliation, I delay and finish Steve's right sway 1-2, which is again punishable on block, but this Alisa doesn't properly punish it. Way too many down jabs on my part. Again, the Alisa gets caught pressing buttons when at disadvantage and gets launched for it. Due to the player's tendency to use fly while grounded, I'm now much more hesitant to attack her while on the ground and try to bait it out. I don't anticipate the forward roll to a spring, however, which gives her frame advantage. To stop this player from flying or rolling around, I use a bunch of mids to keep her honest, which seals the match.
KO. You win.
Hey you wanna try me, Gov?
Round 1. Fight.
We start off with a back dash, into nothing, into a back one, which is just an incredible keep out tool. Now, as you may have noticed, I have a nasty habit of doing way too many down jabs, which this Gigas saw coming and parried. Completely fluffed the back 2 combo here. Thought the Gigas might go low here, so went for an up forward 2 as the last ditch attempt to steal the round, and the gamble obviously didn't pay off.
Round 2. Fight.
Steve's ducking stance, which he can access from many of his best moves, goes clean under highs, so it's a great way to advance on the opponent. Steve doesn't exactly have the best lows, and his throw game is pretty easy to break. But if you see that the opponent has difficulty breaking his peekaboo throw, which does a lot of damage, then by all means abuse the hell out of it. Should have whiff punished here. Chalk up this Sonic Fang to my inexperience with Gigas, which I rightly got punished for. Gigas' down 2 is -14, so really should be punishing that. Here Gigas saw me duck in and likely assumed I was going for a low, but instead I go for a while standing 1-1, which is very fast and will float hop kicks. I missed the full combo opportunity though, since I used the wrong screw starter.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
This Gigas uses a lot of low jabs to stop my pressure, so I use an up forward 1 to advance while low crushing and still stay safe on block. Not an optimal wall combo here. I was lazy when I could have taken the round then and there.
Round 4. Fight.
Not an optimal punish on down 2, but at least I got something. This player still hasn't been conditioned to respect my duck-ins. Fortunately, he drops the combo. This player has noted though to do a 1+2 break on Steve's peekaboo throw. Should have whiff punish with flicker back 2 to a guaranteed forward 2. And again the opponent breaks the peekaboo throw. As the replay shows, I made a terrible decision going for a jab when I could have just down forward 1 to end the round.
Great. Final round. Fight.
Since this Gigas has gone for a hop kick a few times when under pressure, I do a flicker 1 down 1 to get a screw combo. So here I have a significant life lead, and instead of playing safe, solid and compact, I instead play like a complete idiot, throwing out an unnecessary low jab, an unnecessary sway, and failing to break Gigas' damaging but only command grab. This all cost me the round, the match, the win streak, and the promotion. A few matches later, I have another promotion opportunity though, so let's see what lessons we learned from that loss. And learning to break Gigas' command throw is clearly not one of them. Down jab to low is a flowcharty bad habit I have, and it seems the Gigas has adapted better to me than I have to him. Despite being a rushdown character, Steve very rarely has meaningful advantage after many of his moves on hit. So, after punishing with while standing 1-2, I backdash and then whiff punish the opponent's panic move. My opponent has some similar bad habits in relying too much on down jab, which is especially annoying with Gigas because his jab range is so far. After blocking Gigas' fully crouched down forward 2, I should have launched punished for the guaranteed win, but instead don't, and instead have to fudge my way through on sheer luck.
Great. Round 2. Fight.
Noticing that my opponent often starts rounds with a high crushing low, I go for a low crushing up forward 2, which pays off. Again, no punish on the down 2. Fortunately for me, the opponent is missing punishes too.
Round 3. Fight.
Going for a mid after ducking in works well against opponents who are expecting a low. Big whiff that I failed to punish there. The opponent hasn't adapted to stop doing down jabs into low, but I'm still not punishing properly. At this point, the opponent is frustrated by Steve's pressure, and I'm frustrated by the constant down jabs, so we're both playing like idiots. I've really let these down jabs get to my head now, when I should be dealing with them in a much smarter way, such as option select down parry, sidestep, or just block and make use of the +4, +5 frame advantage. Either way, I rightly eat a rage art, but it doesn't do much damage since I'm airborne and Gigas still has a bunch of health left. And a messy end to a messy round, but at least I get the promotion in the end. So, things to take away from these matches. First of all, stop down jabbing so much. I can get away with this in green and yellow ranks, but against better players, this will be heavily punished, and it doesn't really yield much reward. It's okay as the occasional momentum breaker, but really shouldn't be relied on. Secondly, when you have a life lead, sit on it. Force the opponent to take risks in coming to you. There's simply no reason to stick your neck out here and potentially lose the round because of it. Simply backdashing and letting the opponent hang themselves consistently led to good results. Movement is a very strong option in Tekken, and is one of the main reasons why characters with good whiff punishes tend to be very strong. Finally, work on combo optimization, especially after hitting the wall. I left a lot of damage on the table. Thanks so much for watching. As you can see, after not having played for a few months, I'm pretty rusty. So if you enjoyed watching this, head on over to Twitch and help me out with the rank grind. Take care everyone, have a nice day, and catch you again real soon.